Welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I don't know what's wrong with you. Please subscribe. It helps me a lot. It'll help me in the future because it'll help me get paid. Just do it, okay? It's not difficult. It's a little red button. You don't have to hit the little bell thing. I mean, I would if I were you because my videos are really cool and really fun and entertaining to watch. But you don't have to. Anyway, today is day 3? Yeah, day 3 of my Thanksgiving week special where I discuss movies that I really care about and enjoy. And today, we're talking about one of my favorite movies of all time. As I rewatched this, I realized that it is probably my third favorite movie of all time. Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge was released in 2016, and it was written by Robert Sheklin and Andrew Knight, and was directed by Mel Gibson. The Mel Gibson. Yeah, that one. You know the guy. This movie was surprising for me. Like, whoa. I watched this when it came out. I didn't watch it in theaters, but I watched it as soon as it was on release. Because I was a huge Andrew Garfield fan. If you've only seen Andrew Garfield in The Amazing Spider-Man, that is something wrong with that in my ideology. If you've only seen him in Spider-Man, that's a problem for me, because you probably don't really like him as an actor. He had such little creative freedom as an actor there. You literally, if you're playing a role like Spider-Man or Iron Man, you are told exactly what to do all the time. And Andrew Garfield is, in my opinion, he's probably like my third favorite actor of all time. And this movie is a big factor as to why. He is phenomenal. I'll talk about him later, but just know that it's going to be very high praise. This movie is very special to me because I love war movies. I don't have a lot of them on my list for these 8 because I don't want it to all be war movies, but in general, war movies are really good. I haven't seen 1917 yet. I've heard it's phenomenal. I will be watching that in the future, and I will be reviewing it. But this movie takes place, Hacksaw Ridge takes place, it was the Japanese, so probably World War II. I'm assuming it's World War II. It might be World War I, but I'm pretty sure it's World War II. It's definitely World War II because he died like 10 years ago. Okay, so it's based on a true story, and essentially what happens is it's about this guy named Desmond Doss who joins the army so that he can be a medic and so that he can save people's lives instead of killing them. And it's an inspirational story, and the conflict happens when he gets to the army camp, and they're training him, and they're like, all right, we're gonna start training on guns today. And he's like, I'm not gonna touch a gun because I don't want to kill people. I was told I can enter without a gun. And they basically told him he should just drop out of the army and never come back. But it's his strength and will in God and his will to do what's right that he doesn't quit. And he gets beat up for it, and he just keeps going. And then eventually they let him just join. Like, all right, you're more than welcome to join without a gun, but you're going to die very soon. And in the end, he ends up saving, like hundreds of people at the end of, the entire 3-week period that they're on the ridge, beyond the movie. That isn't just the movie, but what happens is there's this huge battle on Hacksaw Ridge in Japan, and everyone else runs off and they leave the ridge, but he stays on the ridge because he realizes that there are still wounded people there that he can save. And he goes out there and he takes them and he descends them off the ridge, which is like 100 feet drop, and he puts them on a rope pulley and he brings them down. And he saves all these people just by himself. And it is such an inspirational movie. Really, if you're looking for a good movie to just watch that'll hype you up and really get you wanting to be a good person, this is a good one for you. It's also a phenomenal war movie. You know that because Mel Gibson directed it. Really, it's just phenomenal. It's such a good war pick. I love war picks. This is my favorite war pick of all time. I love it. I mean, even Full Metal Jacket, I still think this is better than Full Metal Jacket. And it did steal a little bit from Full Metal Jacket with the whole war face thing, but whatever. It was probably more of a meme than it was anything else. It is such a solid movie. It is unbelievably good. Did I do something wrong? I think I might have done something wrong whatever. Really, really solid. I really, 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 really enjoyed this movie. And I watched it again today, and it's so good. It's good every time I watch it. There's never a time when I watch a movie and I'm like, oh, that wasn't as good as the first time I watched it. It's good every time. It is so good. It's like 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I watched the whole thing as if it was nothing. Like The Devil All the Time, for instance. I mention it a lot because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. That movie would have made my top 8 list for sure, but I've already reviewed it, so I didn't want to add it. It's really long, but it doesn't feel very long, and it's so good. Like, you need to watch it. It's so good. Let's talk about the acting. This might be a little bit short of a video, which would be good for you guys, but it's bad for me. For those of you who don't know, I need to make my videos at least 10 minutes long. That way, when I get enough subscribers and enough watch time, I can get my videos monetized, but the only ones that we monetized are all the ones that are longer than 10 minutes. So that is why my videos are about 10 minutes long, or maybe a little bit longer for safety reasons. So I'm sorry if you think that they're long. It's only 10 minutes out of your day, though, so I appreciate you watching. For those of you who watch my videos every day, thank you. I appreciate you. Let's talk about some acting. Andrew Garfield as Desmond Doss. Phenomenal. I mean, really, it's inspirational how amazing he is at acting, and at this part in particular. He's British, but he's portraying a Southern character, and the Southern accent is so good. How? I wish I was that good. I'm not that good. I can do a British accent about 90% of the time, and that is about all the accents that I can do. But I really enjoy Andrew Garfield's portrayal of this character. He has this humbleness to him that, like, you watch him and you're like, yeah, he believes that without a doubt. You just believe everything he says, and it's perfect. If they had casted this differently, this movie could have been a flop. But I truly believe that Andrew Garfield pulled this movie together. I mean, it's a good movie all around, but he just was so perfect. He adds so much to this movie that he didn't have to add, and it really was just an inspirational movie to watch. Hugo Weaving as Tom Doss, who is his father. Hugo Weaving is fantastic in everything he does, obviously. You might remember him as Red Skull. I mean, he's done a lot of stuff. I could mention a lot of stuff that I've watched with him in it. But he's phenomenal. He's always good. I love Hugo Weaving. He really is a hidden gem where, like, you ask him to do something and he'll always say no unless he likes the project, which makes you know that he likes this project. And really, really did enjoy this movie, and I enjoyed watching him as well. The scenes that have Andrew Garfield and Hugo Weaving in it are just like talking about this movie makes me want to watch it again, and I just finished watching it. That shows you how good this movie is. Which should tell you how good the movies that I'm going to talk about in the future are. Teresa Palmer as Dorothy. Dorothy is the love interest for Desmond Doss, and basically Desmond's idea is he's going to go to war and then come back for Dorothy. And Dorothy's scared because she doesn't know if he's going to come back or not. And eventually they do get married, and he obviously lives, so it's really nice to see that relationship blossom. There are other actors in this movie that I could talk about. I don't really want to talk about too much about it because I do want you to go see it, because it really is one of the best movies, in my opinion, ever made. It is so good. It's so inspirational. It's one of the movies that I watch when I want to be hyped about something. And it's a movie that I know so well. I can, like, watch it in the background and, like, be okay, which is good. I like movies like that, like Spider-Man Homecoming. For instance, I can watch that movie in the background any day and never miss a beat on my homework or whatever. So, definitely one of those movies where you can watch it a few times and not get bored. I'm obviously going to give this movie an A+. It is so good. I love this movie so much. A quick note. I am going to be doing this until Thanksgiving, and then I'll have the last movie review on Thanksgiving for this series. Then I'm going to go back to doing Marvel movies, Steve Carell, Leonardo DiCaprio, and all of your requests. So with that in mind, please drop in the comments below what you would like me to review next. I have a list already. I can tell you. I'm not going to tell you, though, because it's a little bit of a surprise. I don't want everyone to know exactly what I'm doing. But drop things in the comments, and I will be adding them to my sticky note, and I will definitely be doing them in the future. In December, I do have a plan for December. So for the first half of December, I'm going to be doing, my regular pattern, and then starting the 12 days before Christmas, I'm going to do a 12 Days of Christmas special where I do random Christmas movies that I find. I will be doing classics. Obviously, I'll be doing probably Home Alone, The Grinch, and I'll be doing Elf, all those kind of movies that everyone likes. And I have an idea where I might be doing, there's a new Christmas movie that everyone's talking about that's supposed to come out. Sorry, whoa, that was weird. There's a movie supposed to come out on Netflix on Christmas Day. My goal is to watch that on Christmas morning and then film it and then release it on Christmas Day for you guys to watch. That is my plan. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm definitely going to be doing the 12 Days of Christmas thing. And I'll probably do it every year because there's like billions of Christmas movies, so I wouldn't run out of content. And then after that, I will have a huge line of things coming out in January. In January will probably mostly be my pattern, and then I'll be doing a lot more requests because I'm going to run out of movies to do on my pattern. And then February, I will be doing a Valentine's Day special. I don't know what that's going to be yet. It might just be a week of rom-coms or romantic movies. I'm not sure. I'm not a huge Valentine's Day guy anyway. We will see when we get there. And then we have, March, April, June, July, where we can just do movies that are requested and all my patterns and all that stuff, and I can do movies that I just see on Netflix. I just scroll through and I pick a movie and I'll just watch it and I'll review it. And a lot of that's going to be guided and decided by you, the people. So make sure you drop down in the comments below what you want me to review, and I will definitely be doing that in the future. I'm having a blast watching these movies and reviewing them for you, so I'm hoping you guys are enjoying watching them. My throat is starting to get very, very dry and very hurt because I've recorded like 4 of these today. That's my issue is, like, after I'm watching the movie, I don't really want to review the movie, but I do a lot of the time. A lot of the time, I will just watch the movie and then I'll review it. But then sometimes I'll watch the movie and not want to review it until the next day, which is why a lot of them are just me wearing the same shirt because I do them all on the same day. And then that way, that can keep me ahead of schedule so that I don't fall behind, so I can take time off for classes. Like, in December, in the middle of December, I'm going to have finals. So, like, the week before finals, I'm going to do, like, 7 videos. That way, I don't have to watch movies or do reviews for a week. So that way, I can focus on my finals, which I'm sure you can understand, but there will still be content Monday through Friday for you guys to watch, and for this series on Saturday and Sunday as well. So I hope you subscribe for more and just keep seeing the content. Join the Facebook group for more polls and interactive activity that I will be adding very shortly, if not already by this time this video comes out. And make sure you check out my IMDb, but you really don't have to because it's just a list of movies that I've already reviewed. And make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Keep educated, keep watching movies, and as always, I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video.